Take two. Maybe we can get a high definition garden tour other than that pathetic live stream the other day. We decided to take that down because it didn't do any justice for us, we thought.
Terrible.
We apologize for the quality of that. Let's get you something good here, huh? So, we're going to start off at the massive Mater Mansion.
So our beans are finally starting to turn green again. They were doing really rough for a while.
Our tomatoes are out of control.
Yeah. 3 rows may not be the way to go, but we are getting tons
Of at least
tons and more tons.
We have harvested a few. There are a few more to harvest as well. And we're hoping to have all kinds of different colors, shapes, and sizes.
And you can really see that these zinnias have kept these plants.
I would also have to say the basil as well.
Yes, there is basil in here too.
So we'll go around to the other side and show you what we mean by some of the tomatoes that we have been harvesting and harvestable. We believe they're the champagne bubbles. Here's a really funky looking shaped one, huh?
Yeah, that's either the burnt Pinot or the pink fang, but it's a nice paste tomato.
And we'll come over to the next section. This is the smaller section of...
Yeah, and you can see what I mean by my beans not doing so great.
Yeah, we have some of them with some, I think that's a rust, right? Rust issue.
Yeah, it could be a bug issue too.
More tomatoes. We have a lot coming on, but we're just getting started here up in Grow Zone 6B, Seabrook, New Hampshire. We are 2 miles from about 3 miles from the ocean. We believe we're in a microclimate. We need to do research on that, love.
We're also in a serious drought.
So this is what we mean by serious drought. We pay no attention to our grass because we'd rather exert our efforts in the stuff that gives back to us.
Grass is just a money taker.
They're hanging in there. We have some signs of fruit. That's the blueberry. Yeah, blueberry. These guys are starting to take off.
Finally. Still suffering from something.
We have
currant is finally starting to come back, and look, we actually have our first little baby currant tomato.
Oh, there we go. That's a baby currant. So we'll come over here. We got marigolds.
Sunflowers. And look at this, huh?
Our
nice
sunflowers
to come out to today.
are starting to open up, and this is our Will It Grow mammoth sunflower, who still refuses to look at the sun, even though I've coached it to look at the sun.
Still green.
It's green as green can be, but you see
That looks horrible.
Here, I'll give you a nice close-up of that. He's just droopy.
He's all dried out, and he gets watered more than anything else in this garden.
So we'll move over to the shipwreck, which is starting to explode right now.
Explode, we mean explode.
We have some melons coming. We have these, as you see, in size comparison. And what I was trying to point out yesterday is this are our candy roaster squash. They get to be 8 to 15 pounds. 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's one right there above your head too. Little guy, great.
Yeah. There's a 9. There's a 10. There's an 11. So you oh my goodness. There's even a 12. Beautiful, huh? Our tomatoes from our Shed Wars Junior Division.
Yep, these are
sponsors.
Tomatoes, and they are starting to produce.
Oh my.
Oh, as I just knocked that right off.
And our peppers for, I think that was Tristan and his peppers.
Yes.
Yep.
So there are a few in here that are from Tristan. So this is the best looking one of them all.
Yes.
These guys right here and those two over here. They're fighting. They're fighting the whole time.
We have our Tower of Power herbs. Looks like it's a little bit of a lean.
I harvested a bunch yesterday.
Yes, we did.
We dehydrated.
You will see that in a future Shed Wars. I mean, not Shed Wars, but you know, a weigh-in.
My next mission with this oregano is I want to make an oregano oil. They're supposed to be really good for you. Really, really good for you.
So this beautiful monstrosity here, you'll see that we have some harvesting to do, but we wanted to wait and let these guys really
this one is.
really fill out.
Nice looking beans.
So this whole thing is all green beans.
And dry.
Dry. We water them pretty much every day this week. Our onion and leek bed.
Yeah, it is moist.
We have a few of our leeks that are going to
Look at
seed.
this crazy one. The curly Q leek.
Yeah, it looks like a walking onion. We'll come over here to our cucamelon section right here. There's a little cucamelon size comparison. It's the size of a thumbnail. We have a bunch of them coming on actually now that I'm really looking. We're pretty pleased with the cucamelon over the kiwanu. Now the kiwanu is starting to reach
Massive height.
the top.
This guy's coming fast too.
With this monstrosity of vegetation, we have found two of those little spiky dudes. Let me get a, come on, there you go.
But the more I look at it now, the more I can see beginnings of.
We shall see, right? This is the backside of the massive Mater mansion.
And
on the other
marigolds
bed,
for gear.
more marigolds, that's right.
I love these
basil.
ones.
Trying to get out of the sun for you all. It's kind of rough. Here's our experiment, which is doing really well considering that is a 9-inch bucket with 9 onions in it, and I guarantee there's going to be at least a pound of onions in there.
To ring your onions.
Our newest, how would you say that?
Upgrade
bed, new plants. Our watermelon transfer is doing great. We transferred 2 squash.
I think they're either squash or melon. That one's not doing so
They
hot.
came from the shipwrecked because they were getting suffocated, really.
Ooh, he's got a hold of my basil.
That's no good. Over here, we have our kale bed, which is starting, I think it's getting to be that time. Too hot. Way too hot. And then we can let those onions really come to fruition after we...
Or we can throw some lettuce into them.
Yeah, we can do that too.
But yes, this was Cordelia's bed right here.
Yes.
And as you can see, it produced and produced. And
We got like 5-6 pounds of kale off of it. Last night's dinner was delicious. Tuscan kale and sausage soup. Stay tuned to that video. This is our secret seed challenge. This one is from Tool Time Adventures. Gina guessed it as soon as she got the seed.
one of my favorite plants. That's
Yeah,
why.
the asparagus green beans. And
Or noodle bean.
the trellis system is
Working out so far.
working so far. So we're hoping we'll have like danglies on this end, right?
So, yeah.
That'll look cool.
Volunteer tomatillo. Don't know where it came from. I just found him laying on the ground this morning.
Yep.
And cucumber, I think.
This is our strawberry spinach. I think it's about
Just starting to go to berry.
Cool. Tomatoes. We have a weird looking zucchini. That's awkward. Zucchini from a pot though.
You can see how much our container tomatoes are suffering in the heat.
Once we water these, they
Perfect.
burst right up. Oh, look at, thank you, Mr. Bumblebee. Yeah.
It's like I'm working.
Yeah, don't touch me. Here is another container with onions. It amazes me that such little space will produce a decent amount of onions. Our toilet paper always looks great. I always want to keep an ample supply of toilet paper. Remember 2020. More tomatoes, more tomatoes. Come over here to the strawberry tower.
Which I have been harvesting off of, not a whole lot.
Look at that. There's another harvest. We haven't been
They're
weighing the
actually,
strawberries because
they're runners now.
Gina just eats them, and honestly, we would need like 6 strawberries to get a couple ounces.
It's a nice garden snack.
Here are our carrots. Go check out Ragnarok's channel. They just did a cosmic update where Bugga is outgrowing us in carrots. Go check that out.
Our carrots they're being sick.
We have gray zucchini. We entered the wrong zucchini, everybody. We entered the wrong zucchini. But this is Joe's Ark. It's just starting to produce as far as cucumbers go, as you see.
There's an even bigger one on the other side down bottom.
We still have the cucumbers coming.
Time to harvest that one.
Also, there's another zucchini over here. This melon bed's out of control. Still need to build a trellis system. Still need to build a lot of things.
Our secret seed challenge from Sarah
is doing very well.
which I still need to separate.
We do have some melons coming. There it is, right in there.
This is a whole mess of things. It's melons, it's cucumbers, it's Armenians, it's squash.
Our sweet potatoes. These are our older ones. And
The ones I actually grew myself.
you just saw this video, or will be seeing this video. All depends on how I release them.
Our big
More
boys.
tomatoes, more potatoes. And we'll come over here to Gina's pride and joy. Right here. Tons and tons of onions. Our goal is 20 pounds this year. Again, thank you, John.
Yeah, for making this a success.
Absolutely.
Even if I had to pull these guys right now, at least I'd have onion.
We'll come over here, and this looks gorgeous. We wanted
My
this
second pride
This
and
is the
joy.
main reason why we wanted to do a garden tour, because this is our first actual lettuce harvest.
Yeah, like actual lettuce. I mean,
Looks-
look at this whole head right here.
Yeah, for real. We can't wait to have our own salad from the garden with fresh cucumbers. Gina will have some tomatoes. I'll throw some peppers and onions in it, and delicious. We have our cabbage.
Which is getting there.
Yep,
It's already starting to head up.
it is. It doesn't look like it's doing much over here though, amongst the lettuces. We're gonna have to
No,
watch
but
that.
when we cut these back, it will.
Yep. And then we'll come over here and show you other things around the yard and make our way out back to the fruit forest. So here's Gina's Ignatia garden. I like last year's garden better, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, well,
And
I had that. I had
yeah,
that hope, but
yeah, unfortunately everybody, hands are full. Anyway, moving on. We cleaned up the yard yesterday. Here is that giant rose bush that we did a short of.
They're even suffering with this heat. They're
Yeah.
actually bleaching.
Yeah, this heat is horrible. And we don't really water this because, like we said, we concentrate our efforts on things that give back. So that being said, this is nature taking its course all throughout here. And with some beautiful results, with the exception of it being very dry. We'll come out here to the front. Our wisteria looks gorgeous, as usual, if anybody is interested.
Please let us know because there are
An abundance of wisteria
thousands
seeds.
of pods.
Free of charge. We don't charge. No point in that. We need to fill up our bird feeders. That's for sure. Remember, this build still working out great. We also have these beautiful bushes which explode with purple flowers.
Yeah, these right here where the pods are purple flowers first.
Yep.
Then it goes to pods.
So
again, anybody interested, please let us know.
Yep.
They are for decorative purposes, but
And we'll come out
good for pollinators.
to the side. These are beautiful lilac bushes, etc. And then this part was for you, Robert. Look at these. They are tiny, but they are like little drops of sugar. We need to harvest those now that we have it documented.
I was so proud of this. The birds planted this for us. Like,
And those are the ones that we planted. They are doing pretty well. We need to pay more attention to this bed. So what we're doing now is we're going to head out back, show you the fruit forest, and wrap this up for you all. The water collection is working great when there's water to be collected. As you see, it's like a desert out here.
yeah, really, it feels like it even.
You can
Sun, the UV rays from the sun are just brutal this year. It's not so much the heat, it's the UV index.
So here is, oh, sorry, boat. So here is the fruit forest. Our blueberries are coming on strong. We will harvest them now that we have shown them off a little. And then the next round will come.
Those are beautiful, beautiful blueberries.
They are. They're not giants, but the turkeys have had their way with this, along with the other couple of blueberry bushes that we have. Courtney and Dustin, thank you again. As you see, our elderberries.
Digging out this one.
Elderberries are doing fabulous, all 4 of them. And we want to give you an update while we're here. These are the neglected tomatoes. They do not get any water.
Barely any sunlight.
Barely any sunlight, and they are alive still.
They look better than some of my ones in the containers.
Isn't that amazing, everybody? So, there's our 4th elderberry as soon as Gina gets out of the way. Our peaches, all the peaches fell off. I think it's still too young to be producing food. Goji, peach.
That's the peach from seed.
This is a decorative tree, but you can see the heart leaves. They're cute.
This might be for your grandma.
Yep. We're going to have to wrap this one because we have blueberries starting to come on, and I don't want the turkeys to get all of them.
Gina's been literally chasing the turkeys out here.
Yep. Raspberry that we transferred again, it is surviving, as you see.
The new canes are anyway.
Plum looks great.
The currants that Courtney gave us.
Oh,
Some of them are doing better than others. This one, as you can see, lost all its foliage here.
and there is the second and the third. So Courtney and Dustin, thank you again. They are taking well to their new home. This is our best looking raspberry.
The only one that didn't get moved this year.
This one, I think it's time to cut back. Probably wait till fall. Cut back all of those old ones and let this just explode next year. And then this. We're not sure that made it, and that's surprising because that's the biggest root ball that I transferred. And yeah. So that all being said, hopefully that's a higher definition garden tour.
One where you can actually see the garden.
Yeah. So
Selena's little corner of the world is doing well too.
it is. We'll go ahead and do a little quick for Selena's stuff. She's got squashes, cucumbers, radish, lettuce, beets.
She's growing beets better than I ever have.
Yep.
They're right in the middle there in that big pot.
Right there. All of her beets.
Got her a nice little
So
Thai chili.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the overview.
I keep wanting that and got me again.
So there it is, everyone.
Still green despite a drought.
We all hope you enjoyed the garden tour. Remember, the sky's the limit. As you see, I'm like the same level as some of our trellises. So that all being said, we hope you enjoyed the tour. Hopefully it was a little bit better, higher definition.
Today's message, look on the bright side.
Exactly. That all being said, today's date is the 11th of July. And I'm going to try to get this out to you as soon as possible.
Peace.
Love and happiness. Have a good one.